Hi everyone, this is Neil Wright, consultant audiologist and director of ClearX. Thank you for joining me in my latest video where I'm utilising both the iClearScope endoscope, which is what you're seeing on screen now, and also the wax scope a bit later on in the video, so do stay tuned for that. This patient suffers from chronic otitis externa. They have a lot of buildup of dead skin, keratin. They wear hearing aids as well, and the skin normally accumulates quite deep in the ear. And they've got this little ridge just where I am now, and the keratin gets stuck here. So it's almost as though it's trying to migrate out, that it gets trapped. And it's a very small ditch. It's nothing. It's not like a benign osteonecrosis where there's an extremely wide erosion or widening, or like a keratosis obturans where again you get more of a global widening. But also this the skin fails to fully migrate off the eardrum, and it could be because it's being backed up almost, because the skin here stops migrating. You then get a kind of a tail end of it on the eardrum. So once I remove this, I'm also going to peel away a lot of dead skin off the eardrum just to try and encourage the next migration of skin. So the ear canal and the eardrum is lined with skin, and the skin that lines the eardrum, the outer layer of the eardrum at least, which is because it's 3-ply thick, and the osseous portion of the ear canal, the bony part, so the skin that lines that, it's the epidermis skin. It all originates from the center of the eardrum. That's the progenitor site. That's where the skin cells are formed and secreted. And then the skin migrates off the eardrum slowly towards the entrance of the ear canal, and it lines the ear canal. So just to help the migration of the next layer of skin, I've just decided to remove everything as much as I can anyway. It's quite tough. Very narrow ear, extremely narrow ear. That's a 2mm suction tip, and there's just a little bit of room either side. So forceps are quite difficult in this case, because although I'll probably manage to get them in, the view will be obscured by the forceps, and we don't want to be bumping into the canal walls with the forceps. So I managed to peel away that outer plug. Just going to go to the back part of the ear canal now and peel it towards the eardrum. Again, there's very little wriggle room. The suction tip just about fits, and the eardrum will start becoming visible once I start peeling this away. Because of this skin, we're getting a lot of feedback, a lot of acoustic feedback with the hearing aid. I've just put some medical grade olive oil spray just to help soften the skin, because it's very adhesive and very thick. I think I've reverted to the 16-gauge suction tip now, so less suction power but more maneuverability. But sometimes selecting a smaller suction tip is actually beneficial for several reasons. First of all, sometimes you're better able to get a complete seal with the suction tip because it's smaller, and the better seal you get around the edge of the suction tip, the more suction power you generate. If there's a section of the suction tip that's not fully sealed, then you lose suction power because air will get vacuumed up in that opening, and it reduces the overall suction it generates on the dead skin. With a smaller suction tip, particularly in the smaller ear, we've got more maneuverability. We can see a bit better, we've got better visibility. And you're less likely to get clarinetting. So especially with skin, the skin can squeal when you suction. So with the suction tip, smaller suction tip, you're less likely to get that. So this is the main mass on the eardrum, but you're going to see some almost flakes of skin, underlying sheets of skin. So the next layer of skin is already formed and shedded, but it's not migrated because of this. So I'm going to just, once I get this away, I'm going to try and remove that as well. So that's the eardrum in view. Our eardrums are, the orientation of the eardrums are in an oblique orientation. So when you look in the eardrum is not facing you completely back in a 0-degree orientation. It's about a 45-degree orientation. So the top right corner in the left ear, sorry, which is where we are, is closer to the eardrum than the bottom left corner. So the posterior superior quadrant, the top left, is closer to the ear canal entrance than the inferior anterior quadrant, bottom left. And you're going to see that a lot better with the wax scope. Although the wax scope is more magnified, you're going to see that orientation. I mean, it probably should already be quite visible to you. Now, some of this skin is macerated as well. I'm just trying to peel this away, but it's quite stubborn. So in the center of the eardrum, that's the spot where all the skin is formed and secreted and it begins to migrate. So the plan is, if I remove this, it's going to help the next layer skin to migrate. When you've got the skin already embedded on the eardrum, it might prevent a further migration of skin. I think I'm going to revert to the microscope very shortly. Because just with the microscope, just because it's a narrow ear as well, with the microscope you can get much better magnification, although the magnification with the endoscope is amazing. But you'll see what I mean, it's laser focused. There's a bit top, like about 9 o'clock on the eardrum. So this is the microscope. I'm using the small specular, it's extremely narrow ear. And to the right, that's the eardrum. That's the oblique, that's the right-hand side of the eardrum, believe it or not. It's not the canal wall. So where the suction tip is going now, that's actually the eardrum. You could be mistaken to think that's the ear canal wall at first, but because it's so close to us, and we can see the blood capillaries coming off the eardrum. Not coming off the eardrum, you can see them on the eardrum, and I'm peeling the skin away. But I can work with ultra precision with the microscope on the eardrum. I'm peeling right to left. And I'm going to come back to this in a moment. I'm going to just focus on that top left corner. I think I'm using the 17 or even the 18 gauge. So I'm going to try and peel it down. So I'm just refocusing. So I'm trying to go to the top of that skin. And slowly now coming down. You can see the underlayer. That's the eardrum itself. There's a bit there just to the left of the umbo, which is the center part of the eardrum. Now, we don't manage to get everything out, it's just impossible. And the ear is very narrow as well, but I managed to get the majority away. So just going to this is the posterior part of the eardrum, to the back section. You can see we're kissing the eardrum. I'm actually on the eardrum here, and the patient didn't feel a thing. But of course, if I bump into it with speed on the edge of the suction tip, not only going to cause trauma and pain, but could potentially perforate the eardrum. So this is where this is the spot where the skin starts to migrate off the eardrum. Because of this embedded layer, it might be difficult for it to do that. So hence the rationale behind removing it as much as I can anyway. And there's a little bit inferior at the bottom. We're going to get that as well. So I'm just repositioning the specular. The specular, the open section in the middle, that's 3.5 millimeters. You can see it's not going to get any further in the ear. We don't need to actually go further in the ear. I've just got it at the right location, but it gives you an idea of the narrowness of the ear. So I'm just peeling this from the bottom of the eardrum. I am going to actually go back to the endoscope in a moment to just get some dead skin off the side of the ear canal wall. And that's what's great, because I've got access to both. I can alternate between a single procedure. I do manage to get this piece. You can see it's a bit yellowy, so that's the keratin with oxidizing. Managed to get that away. So the skin is generally quite macerated, so you can see the skin is quite broken on the eardrum. It's just to do with their otitis externa. So I'm really happy with that. Eardrum is squeaky clean. And that's the endoscopic view, so it's just a different view completely. You get a wider field of view, but with magnification, you can't really trump the wax scope. So it's just a bit of skin here, which, as I said with the endoscope, this is why the endoscope is an illeague of its own, because you can see, even in narrow ear canals, the full kind of panoramic view of the ear canal. So I'm just getting this residual skin away. Excellent. All done. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Take care, keep well, and speak soon. Bye.